Hi everybody, it's Spring with Suds and Suds and such, and today I'm showing you my wildflower bed. And we actually got this cleaned out yesterday. If you can see, this all come out of it, a wheelbarrow load. And I have removed all of the violets, the wild violets, because I've got them growing everywhere out of here, except for I left these two, and I still have one over there that I have to remove. I'll take you over here and show you. Look over my St. John's wort. We did not get him trimmed last year, but I've got two wild violets right here that I've got to remove. But I have got some rootings I've stuck out, if you can see. Now this is wortweed, that's not a rooting. But these yellow twig dogwoods, I stuck those out. They had nothing on them. If you can see, they've already put out. Burning bushes, where my husband trimmed the burning bush. Stuck those out, they look really good. This is a hibiscus. Now this one here happens to be all different colors. We've rooted, I've got the big one over here, and we have rooted and rooted and rooted off of that one, and they always turn out the same. So I don't think it's the soil, because I've moved them to different spots and they're always all different colors. They'll have purple, pink, the white looking, the blue. And then I've got my holly here where we trimmed our big holly. I stuck these out. You can see that one doesn't look as good as the little one, but that's a massive piece that will make a tree. Then I've got some rose pieces over there where my daughter bought me roses, and she always brings over her stems when she buys roses. And they've been out here for a good while now, and actually some of them are still green. Now some of them have gone, but some of them are still green. I've got some yellow bells stuck over there, if you can see. I've got a couple roses that I stuck out. Got plenty of wildflowers in here. I've got some, I think that's lily of the valley coming up there. I've got some, I noticed some more wortweed right over there that could be taken up and moved. Then we'll walk over on the other side, but this is where I root the best. We walk over here. Look over, like I said, the mess, but we've got loads of phlox, if you can see that in there. I've got a wildflower right back there, and I'm not sure, I can't remember the name. I've got bloodroot that has already bloomed, so it has already done its thing right there. More wortweed back there at the ladder. Just look over the ladder. Loads of phlox. I'm thinking that's the wild orchid, but I'm not sure. I can't remember the names of everything right off the top of my head, but I've got it cleaned out in here for the most part around the wildflowers. I've got a little bit of mint coming up right there. And I've got this cleaned out for the most part. My comfrey is coming up right here. I also have some right back there, but I'm going to be planting some seeds in here, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to plant. I've got a little bit of hosta right here. Not what I consider a wildflower, but you know, it's there. I've got some wortweed, some more. I really like the wortweed because, well, I don't know if it'll show you now, but later on, well, yeah, it will. If you can see, it's got dye. Let's see if I can put a little bit on my hand to show you. If you can see that right there. That actually you can put on warts to help remove those. And I'm going to show you the seeds that I'm going to be putting in here. And I will sow those. I'll show you the packs. My grandmother used to have bee balm growing in here. I love bee balm. That's virgin Monarda. We used to grow it in here. and that's a wonderful one to make tea out of. You know, the bees, the hummingbirds, all of them like it. Good for pollinators. But I'm going to show you those seeds, and what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be separating them out, and I'll show you where I plant those. I'll bring you back. Okay, what are we planting in here? Right there, I planted mountain mint. Here's the little bag it was in. And that's one that I know needs sunlight, so all I did was scatter it onto the ground, the dirt. Back here, I planted my great blue lobelia. Right back here. And there you can see my little spoon I've got stuck up. Now, we are also going to be planting in here. I'm going to show you, I haven't done it yet. These came from the seed library, and they are called Gray Imperial Blend Stock. So I'm going to be planting that in here. I'm going to plant my wild bergamot, which is an herb. I'm going to plant those. I'm going to plant some of them in here and some in another bed. Then I'm going to plant the bee balm. This is the Panorama Mixture, Monarda, Didyma. And I'm also going to be planting my bee balm spotted horse mint. And in here, I'll show you where I put them after I get them done. Okay, here's the front view of the bed from the front of the house. And, you know, right in here I have sowed some just wildflower mix. It's a part shade mixture that we got. And in through here, just in between, you know, everything else, I did throw a few of the seeds, sowed a few of the seeds. Showed you the mountain mint, sowed a few wildflowers in through here. Got the lobelia back there. I've got the bee balm spotted horse mint right behind, right back in that area. I know these are close. I can't help it. My wildflower garden is not ginormous, so I've got my wild bee balm back in there, through there behind the little white thing. Then I've got my panorama back in here behind the little white thing. And then all through here I just sowed, you know, some wildflower mixture, like I said, all in between here and there, because everybody knows the more flowers you have, the less weeds you'll have, because they have a chance of smothering out the weeds. Of course, a lot of these will die back, and you know, you will have some, you know, like stuff that grows, but the seeds that's fail or whatever. But usually you can go through and rake it. And you know, I have got a problem with like the if I can zoom in on it, I don't know if I can show it to you, the snake berries, as they always called them. Those they tend to want to take this bed, I guess, because it's really nice and part shady, but they love to take it over, and I've had to go through. I haven't got all of them. I'm gonna have to get some more of them out of here. And we've got a little wildflower here. Nope, no wildflower. He's got to come out. He is well, he is a wildflower, so to speak. He's one of the wild violets over there, but I don't want but so many of those, because in here, I've got some over there, if you can see around this rows and flocks, but I don't want them to like take over, because they can be evasive. I could show you right down here what I'm talking about. Look over our mess. We're trying to get things straightened out. This bed I've got a lot of work to do on, but you see what I mean. The wild violets are beautiful, but they are evasive and they will take over. So I have got to do a little work in this flower bed. All my primroses bloomed. Looky there. Let's see, where's that? Right there. He's little. My mom left him for me. But he is blooming. But like I said, you see the snakeberry. It loves this spot, partly shade. And I've got a lot of work to do in here. I've got some bleeding heart, or not bleeding heart, columbine in here. Got a couple roses. The really big guy you see over here we're going to be working on. We want to wind him up, but we want to, after he blooms, we will trim him back. And then you put something, either you can put a trellis or whatever, because you don't want to, you want to trim him after he blooms and not after that, because if you do, you trim away your blooms for the following year. So my grandmother used to have this rose in a different spot, and she had a had him like wound up on wire. It looked like a big ball, and when it bloomed it was like a ball of yellow. I mean, it was beautiful. But not a whole lot we can do to him right now, because if we trim him now, we trim away all of his blooms, and I don't want to do that. I actually think I've got one that has rooted off right here. Yep, another one is rooted off. Those runners will lay on the ground and sometimes root. But I guess that's ending this video. Oh, wait a minute. We have, I think we have I can't remember the name of that. I'm gonna have to think about that. I forgot, it escapes me, but here's another one. But if you enjoyed the video and you want to see us do more gardening, soaping, whatever we feel like doing for that day, beekeeping, different things, the pollinators, do click subscribe, click that little bell next to it. That'll let you know every time that I upload a video. It'll notify you. And share our videos if you want. We would love to have them shared, because that way we get more views. And hope you enjoyed the video. And happy gardening, happy soaping, happy whatever you may be doing today. And have a great day. Thanks for watching.